Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to the United Regional Chamber's weekly update. We try to bring on some interesting guests and some different programs that are around the area. And today, it's my pleasure to bring on Karina Wood. She is with Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. If you have a small business that needs some help, if you have an idea of starting a business, this is a lady that you need to talk to. So, Karina, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Jack. Thanks for having me on.
So, first off, tell me a little bit about you.
So as you said, I'm the executive director here at the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program. We're based at the Community College of Rhode Island, and I live in Providence. I'm from England, you might be able to tell.
Yeah, we can tell.
I've lived here such a long time. I think my voice is a little bit muddled between English and American English these days. But yeah, I've lived here about 30 years and love being in Rhode Island. But I went to university at Clark University in Massachusetts.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We have an affiliate with those as well.
Oh, right, great. That's great.
So, how long have you been with CCRI and Goldman Sachs?
I have been here 9 years running this program. So we started the 10,000 Small Businesses program in Rhode Island in 2016. And we've been running a few cohorts every year of this program. And what it is, it's a small business education program for established small business owners. So you need to be past the startup phase to
Okay,
come
my
to
bad.
us. Yeah, that's
Yep.
okay. But that actually is a little connection to the origins of why the program was developed and invented in the first place. Is that the folks at Babson College, the entrepreneurial school that developed the curriculum, and Goldman Sachs Foundation, whose branded program it is, and they pay for the program to exist, they saw a gap in the market that startups do get a considerable amount of support in the community in terms of classes and help and advice and startup funds. But once you've started your business and you've been running it for a few years, you're kind of on your own, right? So
Yep.
this program came into being to address the needs of the existing small business owners who maybe they've hired a few people, they've got past the growth of the initial growth, or maybe they're a family business that's several generations in, but they want to change the direction of the business or repurpose it or pivot. It can suit that purpose as well. So whether you've been in business for 2 years or 100 years, this program can help you to grow. So it's all about growth. And our two big drivers in this program are revenue growth and employee creation. So job growth, revenue growth. And we look for businesses that are looking to take their business to the next level and contribute to their community. That's very important to us. So I know that's important to you at the chamber as well, and we're very happy to be a new member of your chamber because we really believe in that, of like joining a network, being part of a community. And when you join the 10,000 Small Businesses community, we've got 16,000 graduates across the country, and we've got 550 of those here in Rhode Island. So it's very intentional that not only are we giving a growth education, we're also connecting entrepreneurs to each other and helping them to help each other. Because if you're in a supportive environment, you're going to share your knowledge and everyone's going to grow and benefit from being in that network of support.
Absolutely. And that's why we wanted to get involved with you folks, because this gives an opportunity for all of our members as well as non members. You do not have to be a member of the chamber to take advantage of this program. As much as we'd like you to be a member of the chamber, it's not a requirement. But one of the big things, a question that I got asked before, is it true that the program is completely free?
Great question. And yes, it is. And this is hard for people to believe. It was hard for me to believe at first. I was like, really? I'm going to be in charge of a scholarship program? But yes, so the Goldman Sachs Foundation gives us here at the Community College of Rhode Island a grant every year to benefit the growth of small businesses. And it's part of their philanthropic mission at the Goldman Sachs Foundation is to support small business growth. And we are one of 20 or more sites across the country that benefit from this. And so if you apply, you do need to meet our eligibility requirements, but every selected business who's gone through the application, been interviewed, and been selected gets to do this for completely no cost. $0. Yes, the best price ever. We like to say the only investment is your time. And time is a very important commodity for everyone, but especially for busy small business owners. You invest your time, everything else is free. And that includes all the materials for the course, a customized growth plan software. In Live Plan, you get one on one business advising for 12 weeks, in addition to all the classes with top specialists in their fields. And we only have faculty who also have direct small business experience. So it's nothing, we don't want this to be academic in any way. This is a practical, actionable program that you can take what you learned in the financial management class or the negotiation skills class or the marketing and sales class, and you can go and implement it tomorrow. Like it is practical and right designed for small business owners. So all of that is free of charge, and you leave with a 5-year customized growth plan that you've worked on with your advisor and you've worked on with your peers in the classroom. Business owners from all different industry sectors with all different experiences. So you're getting this wonderfully diverse growing experience amongst 20, 30, 40 business owners in a class together, and you're building this amazing network. So many of our graduates do business with each other
Yes.
while they're in class and when they graduate. In fact, our team just had our annual team lunch at Yagi Noodles in Newport, Rhode Island yesterday, which is one of our alumni businesses. And they were telling us how they'd just done a renovation and an expansion of their business since doing our program, and how they'd worked with different contractors on the business expansion and renovation who were in class with them. So everyone gets to work with each other and generate more jobs and opportunity. It's great.
And that's what it's all about, is doing business with each other. No
Yes.
offense to folks. We don't really care what happens out in California, down in Texas. We're worried about our little bailiwick
Yeah,
right here in New England.
exactly, exactly. And we know how much business Rhode Island and Massachusetts do together over our borders. And that's why we're thrilled that we can expand our catchment area, if you like, recently beyond just Rhode Island based businesses, because we know people who have a business in Rhode Island are employing people in Attleboro or Seekonk, and businesses in Seekonk are employing residents in Rhode Island, et cetera, et cetera. So we want to open our doors and make sure that more small businesses can get advantage of this wonderful program. It's based here in Warwick, Rhode Island, but it's not far to drive to our campus and take advantage.
All right. Well, are there specific eligibility requirements?
Yes. So, as I mentioned earlier, we do have requirements, and I'm glad you're asking. So, at least 2 years in operation. And after that, there's no upper limit. Like I said, you could be in business for 100 years, and we have had those family businesses. I think the oldest business is 150 years, maybe. But yes, 2 years minimum in operation, 2 employees or the equivalent of 2 full-time employees. So if you're the business owner, you're full-time and then some, and you had 3 part-timers, that would count, or 2 part-timers, or if you have contractors, but together they add up to the equivalent of 2 full-timers in your business minimum, and then any maximum, up to 500. The definition of a small business is up to 500 employees. You can be from any industry sector. You need to have made at least 75,000 gross revenue in the most previous year. So most businesses that are employing a couple of
Yeah.
people will have at least that revenue, and that's it. You have to have a commitment to growth and a mindset for growth, and you want to be open to learning and sharing and being part of a classroom community. There's a lot of peer-to-peer learning. It's fun, it's engaging, so we're looking for people that love to learn and love to give back of their knowledge as well. Yep.
Well, it's a great opportunity for our businesses, and especially with the crazy things going on right now in our society between government regulations, things changing day to day.
Yes.
This is such a valuable program. Um, Tell us, what's the application process?
So it's very simple, I'm glad to report. So, people who are interested, you can go to 10ksbapply.com, and that's our website. That'll give you full details about the program. And right there on the top of that page, you'll see apply now. When you click on that, it'll give you a simple one-page form to fill out. That's the initial application, just to make sure you're eligible. So if you meet those eligibility requirements that I mentioned before, that's all that first application is asking for, just to see if you meet the minimum requirements. It'll take you about 5 minutes to do that. Send it in to us. We'll check it, and then we'll get back in touch with you and tell you if you do meet the requirements. Please go ahead and fill out a second application that's a little bit longer. We don't want to waste anyone's precious time by making you do a long application the first time, but we'll give you the longer one if you qualify. And then it's a simple 15-20 minute interview in the summer. Our interviews are in July. And if you want to apply for our fall cohort, we have spots available. We'd love you to apply for the fall cohort that starts September and finishes in early December. It's a 12-week course with 1 day of class per week in person here in Warwick, Rhode Island at CCRI. To apply for the fall, get it in as soon as possible. By June the 5th, that first eligibility application needs to be received. So just don't wait, just send it in, and we'd love to hear from you. And then all of our information is on our local website. If you want to reach out to us, schedule a call with us, have some questions answered, ccri.edu/10ksb. If you forget any of these website addresses or email, that's my email address there. Feel free to email me. You can just Google Goldman Sachs 10,000 small businesses. All the information will come up. Just remember to select Rhode Island from the drop-down box, because on that national website, it will ask you, where are you in the country? Which site do you want to study the course at? And you could choose, Dallas or New Orleans, but don't do that. Choose Rhode Island, and that'll bring you to the right place. June the 5th, Rhode Island. Apply now. Thank you.
Well, Karina, this is a great program, and I'm glad we're going to be able to offer this out to all of the general businesses in the area. Any final thoughts before we close out?
Well, just could share a little bit of our impact, because I always believe in sharing. Well, what comes out of a program like this? Why should I do it? You might be there sitting,
Sure.
listening to this, watching this, and saying, "Well, I've got a small business. We're doing okay. Why should I take your course?" Well, we're looking to help you grow, take your business to the next level. If you have a new product or a new service or an expansion, or you want to open a third restaurant, let's say, or open a storefront or brick and mortar to your online, or we can help you do that. So think of it as a sort of a boot camp where you can come and develop a new idea that's going to take your business forward. And the impact stats that we can share is that 66% of our graduates across the country report that they've increased their business revenues just 6 months after they graduate from the program. And nearly 50% say that they've created a new job just 6 months later. 44% say they've created jobs after they graduate 6 months. And that's a big deal in this economy and
Yes,
in
it is.
in the years that we've had recently, we really help and support the businesses to grow in very practical, tangible ways. This is all about real ways, real support. And we also help you connect to capital. We don't give you capital, but we help connect you to sources of capital that can help small businesses. And we teach you how to become more bankable. So a lot of it is the how to come across well so that you can score that new contract, get that loan that you've been looking for or line of credit, and we put you in touch with a lot of resources, and it really helps. And the surveys of our graduates are always glowing and saying thank you so much for helping me grow my business and hire more people, and that's what we want to do.
Well, we need more programs like this, but I'm hoping some of our businesses will take advantage of your program.
Yeah, I
So
hope
thank you for
so.
joining us today on the show. We appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, Jack.
Big
Yeah,
shout
this
out to
was
Jim
great.
Jones and the team over there at AACS. They put up with me every week, and they do such a fabulous service for the entire community. So, folks, thank you once again. We'll see you again next week, and all be safe.